Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. I'm your host, the Game Darius. Last we left off, we had solved a dude's love problems, but kind of not really. We had found another one of the bounty people that we're looking for, with only 2 left. And now we're about to help out this dude. Make it so as these wolves stop attacking his cattle. Maybe if he didn't establish his place literally right next to the wolves' inn. Or maybe the wolves established themselves after the fact. I'm not sure which. I feel like this would be another situation to use bark skin. Just saying. Bark skin. It lasts for quite a while, but yep, still getting hit. Oh, there was another one there. A few minutes at a time. Oh, more wolves and wargs. But yeah, again, wargs are actually intelligent. They're just typically cruel as balls, because typically they're evil. Tommy, is there a reason why you led the entire other, like, quarter of a pack into this room with us? Not saying we can't handle it, but let me rephrase that. Not saying I couldn't handle it, but ooh, I wonder actually how much these wolf pelts are going to go for. My inventory is getting full, because now it's just putting it all in this last tab down here. Oh, don't be locked. Please don't be locked. Son of a bitch. Oh, throwing axe +2. Oi.
It was so strange.
Dingus. I'm still kind of laughing at the fact that the quest with Eric and Constance only... I probably could have profited off of it more. But honestly, let's face it, I was lucky. I think that Constance was being all like, oh, okay, I'll sell it to you instead. Seriously though, 400 gold for that brooch. Hot damn. Oh, no, I did not miss that one. Healing a heathen. Oh, I should have tried to raise... How do I even raise dead on a companion? Especially seeing as they're technically not even dead. They're just whisked away to another place. And again, I probably could have... Hello? I probably could have just... Wow, I can't word right now. What was I about to say? I probably could have sold all the stuff that I have. But then I think the AC increase would have gone away really quickly while trying to shop. Can you not take out one dire wolf? Good lord, man. I don't have the inventory space for more of these. How much do each of these weigh? Half. Hold up. Bag of holding. I'll hold a couple of those. I got this other magical bag. Which for the time being, I guess I'll toss other stuff in there. I'm not really concerned about weight. I can carry like 300 some odd pounds worth of weight. I am, however, concerned with how just much random ass crap I have. A lot. There we go. Weight problems somehow a little bit fixed. That looks like it's, yeah, that's Silverback's location, so let's meander this way. Choppity choppity, choppity at the wolves. Don't get Darius wrong. He is not against letting nature take its course. But he was promised payment. So. Another wolf's pelt. Wolf's pelt. I really hope that I do get at least some decent money for these wolf's pelt. Like, I don't know, 50 gold each? Probably asking much. What was with that pathfinding there, game? And I think unless I want to make another trip... Damn it. Unless I want to make another trip, I gotta rest. Damn it. What would he be? I always think about whether or not I would want to multi-class him into some sort of divine caster class, but then I remind myself, what would I even do? What would he do? He could be a cleric of war. Could become a druid. Druid's actually got some pretty good buffing spells for the not dying. Did I already pick through this garbage? No, I did not. Alright. Silverback, eh? Bet you Silverback has a bunch of buddies with her. I'm just gonna preemptively. Because heck it. Hello. Oh. Oh, and Silverback talks. Power attack. Well, I get all the experience. I think I've slain all of your pack, so probably best just to give up. Just saying. Did I hit rage? I don't think I hit rage. Oh, you have bested me. What do you want? I show my throat to you. Sink your teeth into it. It is yours. I talk to you, then answer my questions. As you wish, manling. Gnome. Gnomeling. You've been hunting the nearby cattle, haven't you? There's more meat on them than a deer, and they do not run as fast. Would you not hunt them? Yes, but they're owned by farmers who will have you killed. I'll make my hunting grounds where I wish. As for manlings owning the animals, it reminds me of the ranger who taught me your foolish tongue. Who is this ranger? Nobody. He is dead. He sent my mother to fight a demon just so he could run away. I killed him with my own teeth. I won't lie, I kinda dig Silverback. It is bad enough to serve a manling, but it is worse to serve a coward. That I face you here should be proof that I am no coward. I will not follow you, manling, if that is what you have come to ask. Simply a favor, that's all I ask. I am no tame and adult pet. I'd rather die than follow another manling. I mean, fine. Cattle owned by farmers who will have you killed. Hunting grounds. I ate him. Oh. We used to hunt in the East Woods, but there is something evil there. A mate preyed on a manling village, but the meat was rancid on the bone. When he ate it, he that it took a piece of him away into an endless place. That it took more and more until he died from the inside out. That's why I've led the pack out to the forest and into this new den. Now I've come here and defile it. I would like to tell you to go hunt somewhere else. Oh, your courage has earned you that much. I will not follow you, but it may ask me something else. Stop hunting the cattle, and no people either. Their flesh is the best I've tasted in many years, but I will do as you ask. There are enough deer for us to live on. Okay. You know what? Was honestly kind of expecting that to be a failure and then they fight thing. Kinda glad it wasn't. I dig Silverback. I dig Silverback. Were I a ranger and able to take on Silverback as a companion, then that'd be freaking sweet, but... Yes, I see the level up. I'll get to it in a bit. Send him like one more cow just to take him with them. Now you would think that, whatever. So you returned, my lord? Have you good news? Have you the head of the she-wolf? Well, I didn't kill Silverback, but I did speak with her. You what? Who am I to argue? Been known to talk to my cows on occasion. Still, wolves are predators. What makes you think she'll stop? She gave me her word. She'll stick to it. Very well then. It may be against my better judgment, but I suppose I trust you. I assume the 300 gold that we discussed is sufficient? That'll do, Pete. That'll do. Thanks for the help, then. With the she-wolf gone, the rest of the pack should be easy enough to scatter. Been appreciated. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to make a trip to Port Last to restock the herd. Thank you again. I just find it a little bit funny that his daughter got 400 gold in order to get a couple of new heads of cattle. And then this dude just gave me 300 gold. So really, I still profited off of this family. But anyways. Yep, still none of these that are interesting to me. If I were to play through this again, I would totally do it with some sort of something to make it so as I have like a billion options. As it is, I would really have loved to make it so as Darius could be a bear warrior, but... Alright, this time we're gonna... parry... discipline. Were there any other skills I actually cared about? Parry and discipline seemed to be about it. Parry, lore, heal. I don't even know why I bothered with healing. Yeah, okay. And I can now rage 3 times a day. Look at those hit points. Oh yeah, that feels good. Level 10. Holy balls. Oh, right. I suppose I should go back and get Dudicus away from being dead. I'm gonna walk though. I'm gonna walk because that is 150 gold. Oh. Okay. Because that would have been 150 gold for I to try to or just teleport to resurrect him. And to hell with that. Not to mention I gotta sell a bunch of crap anyway, so meh. And there goes the things. I don't know exactly how long those last, but pretty much should last like 5 minutes. I think that's what the spell durations were. Am I just forgetting how long it is until I get to the different areas? I think I just forgot how long it is until I get to the different areas. Thought I opened that door. Apparently I did not. But yeah, what was I trying to say? East Road. Oh, west is Portland. I really just need to grab like a map of this region, just so I can be all like, okay, that's the direction I'm going. Thunder sounds. Oh, and I got an ear to turn in too, so might as well do that while I'm here too. There's the farmer and his wife. Where the hell? This was the inn. This was the barracks. No. Where the hell? This place sucks. It's so much more annoying when all the locations are like relatively close to one another. I don't know. There it is. God damn it. It's across from the temple. Across from the temple. I need to just remember that. It is across from the temple. Good luck.
It's good to see you again.
Surge's ear. It is indeed the markings of the men of the bulwark told me of. Congratulations, lad. You've done a service for us all. Be pleased to offer you the bounty for it. Sure. You certainly earned it. Have you any other ears? Nope. All good. So that is another 300 gold pieces. Excuse me. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, I'm at level 10. Hold up. Do you have any more to say to me, Dalen? Oh. Oh, right, because the dude is dead.
Something you need.
Talk for a while. Continue your story. Yeah. You have been a true friend to me, Darius. I have been reluctant to speak to you of this, but you did help me recover my mother's brooch. Perhaps you can help me with this as well. I was not completely honest with you about the reasons I left my tribe. It is true what I was sent away to prove myself, but there is another reason as well. My mother's death was a violent one. She was brutally slain in a bandit raid on our camp, and I have vowed not to return to my tribe until I avenge her murder. Do you know who killed her? I was out hunting with a band of warriors when the attack came. The raiders hid and waited for us to leave, and then sneaked in with the advantage of numbers. My tribe was outnumbered nearly 2 to 1, but they managed to drive the attackers off. 3 of our warriors fell in the battle, as did my mother. We're gonna track down the bandit who killed her. You remember when I told you of my vision quest, how my mother's brooch would bring me dreams to guide my quest? Last night I had a dream. My mother's spirit sent me in this village. Yes, my mother's spirit sent me this vision, I am certain. In my dream I saw a terrible axe dripping with blood from its notched blade. It was the weapon used to slay her. If I can find the axe, I will know I have found her killer. You may think me a fool, Darius, but I believe I will find this axe. I must, or my mother's spirit will never truly be at peace. I will not abandon the search for the cultists behind the plague. I have pledged my blade to you, and it is yours as long as you need me. But I also vow that I will not rest until I find the axe with the notched blade that slew my mother. Hey, so I ran this gauntlet thing, and I found this dude who had this notched blade. Is this the one from your vision? Yes. Yes, that is the blood-soaked blade that has haunted my dreams. And the one who wields it is dead? Yeah. His name was Gorkan. He told me there was a sinister dwarf among the bandits, one of many who escaped the battle, and it is over. My mother is avenged, and her spirit can finally rest. Thank you, Darius. Once again, you have proven yourself to be the greatest of friends. Words cannot properly explain the gratitude I'd feel. I regret that I can offer you nothing as a reward but my thanks, my friendship, and my courage in battle. The reward you offer is greater than you know, Dalen. Thank you again, Darius. My mother is avenged, and her spirit is at peace. Now let us return to the task at hand. Those behind the Wailing Death must be dealt with. So, what that does, though, is that as our connection gets deeper, this beautiful bastard of a thing gets better. It is now a +3 instead of a +1, granting an additional +1 to my strength. It feels so good. That means I'm getting a +6 total from both the belt and the amulet. So good. So damn good. That said...
Is there something you need?
Oh. Level up. He changes a little bit.
Yes. Is there something you need?
Are you certain there will be no refunds? You want me to leave? Yes, go. Part ways. For the time being. Tommy is still at the temple, I believe. If not, oops. In which case, then I guess I'll just make Sharwin my main trap and stuff dealer.
It was so strange.
Alright, so I'm level 10 now. Oh, wait, Tommy.
What can...
Level up. Oh, he's useful. Say this again. Let me show you what I can do. Ooh, his armor changed. All blue. Still has a kukri. What do you got now? Oh, he's only got a maximum of 4 to his armor class thanks to his armor. From his dex, I mean. 15, 10. Alignment title Free Spirit. Don't know what that means. Spell immunity. Oh, right. I think halflings are immune to fear effect. Either immune? Or just have improved affinity against fear effects. Weapon finesse. Yep, 2-weapon fighter. Oh, speak grants. Yeah, okay. So he's got fearless as well as just being halfling. If I remember correctly, halflings get bonuses to fear saves. God damn it, can't talk. Perhaps you need some assistance? Well, I'm hesitant to suggest the task because of the danger involved, but it's very important. You can be certain that I'll compensate you for the risks, should that matter to you. What do you have? Let me tell you of how this started. A short time ago, a foul beast settled into the area of the town. At first, few of us knew of its presence. Indeed, Port Lass has known few troubles for many years. Slowly, however, we became aware. Several of our citizens disappeared without any trace. And always on the night of a full moon, wolf prints were found. The howling was constant. We thought the town besieged. Trouble was from no pack of wolves, however. It came from a creature much more powerful and cunning, a werewolf. The famous hunter, Sir Carathis, was sent for with orders to slay this black wolf, as we came to call it. Carathis took with him 4 of Port Last's younger lads to aid his task, but unfortunately, the black wolf was merciless. He overcame the knight and attacked the 4 boys, and only young Ander managed to return to us unharmed. According to Ander, the 3 other boys were wounded but had managed to flee. I fear that this means the curse of this werewolf would have been passed on to them. If the boys are not found and cured or killed, we could very well be facing even more danger than from the black wolf alone. I have silver charms here which may yet drive the curse from their blood. You must subdue the beasts first, however, and convince them to use the charms, if you can. And then the black wolf himself must be dealt with. As I said, a terrible but vital task. Who's this Ander? Ander's a young as a youth who goes out of his way to help others. So naive and trusting at that age. If you care to speak with him, you'll find him at the Alliance Arms Inn. Mind, however, he's probably still shaken up from the experience. Now please tell me that you'll follow through on this quest. Tell me that you'll find where the boys have gone and free them from the curse, however you're able. Where can I get weapons to fight the werewolves? I hope that it will come to such bloodletting only as the last resort. These are innocent lads under a curse. There's a peddler who came to town after hearing of our plight. His name is Alhelor. You'll find him at the inn. Oh, alright. Sure. You don't know how relieved I am to hear this. Here, take the silver charms. Hopefully they can be used to cure all 3 boys in Sir Carathis, should he still live. Each of the boys wears a ring. They should give them up freely if cured. Bring them back to me and then I'll know their solutions are resolved. Cool. I have a shitload of stuff to sell you, sir. Okay, 19 gold per pelt. That's not terrible. That's a spell mantle. I got charms that I need to give to these boys so they stop wolfing around. I'm just gonna sell the thieves, so I have no purpose for it. Actually, should I keep the light hammer? How much damage does the light hammer do? D4. Never mind. I have a warhammer. That should suffice for me. Boy, I got these guys I need to hunt down. I got the remainders of that the prison escapees. That's the word I'm looking for. There's so much random crud. I don't think I need the creator's skull anymore. Or the journal. Again, just so much crud. Alright. Black Raven. Gonna sell a couple of these gargoyle skulls simply because I don't know how many I actually need. But it certainly shouldn't be the infinite amount that I have. Alright. Oh, that's the Latinese ring. Never mind. And I don't need the ring of protection, seeing as it doesn't stack with my cloak. Actually, can I get a better cloak? Cloak of movement, fortification. I could, but it's worth a lot of money. Bodax tooth. For sale helmet. Ah, right. Shukinja. Pretty sure that's not the right name for it. Shujinja, I think, was the original from the book itself. But, what do I know? Again, most of my knowledge that I get from these different things are from the books. Anyway, so derp. There we go. A nice, relatively cleared out inventory. Still don't know what I'm doing with half of these things. If anything, I should take all these gargoyle skulls and just put them in this last one. I mean, just seeing as there's so many of them. I'll put that key in here. Shift everything over to the side a little bit. I don't even know how many pounds worth of these skulls I'm carrying around, but it is probably unnecessary. Maybe it's not, though. Maybe I gotta... Maybe that El Tura gal will give me I don't know, more money for these skulls. It's a lot of gargoyles. A lot of gargoyles. I can toss any more of these into this one. Inventory management, the game. Wait, did I even wield the Warhammer +1? Yes, it is just a medium weapon, so... Do I need to keep this? Nah, that's just legend about the Uthgard. I don't think I need that empty bottle, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Didn't mean for this to turn into a inventory management thing, but I mean, I just have so many random ass things. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell the Ring of Protection. Let's see, amulet, letter to Neva, Finberries, Latitongs. I think we're good. I think we're good for the time being, anyways. Yeah. Welcome movement, fortification. Was it? Wait. Protection. Oh, there it was. Fortification 2. Don't have the money for that. That's kind of one of the downsides of being the pretty much any of the martial classes, is that a lot of what you're capable of is dependent on what it is that you have for your inventory. So, you know, +1 axes and whatnot and all that fun stuff is super helpful.
Thanks so much for helping me out, Helor.
Oh, these two.
Hello there. Is there something the matter? Did you have something to ask of me?
Yeah, this music is stupid loud. I spoke with Nurek. He said I should see you. Oh, he said I was okay to tell you about the Black Wolf, I guess? You want to hear about it then? Yes. I suppose there's no harm in talking about it if Nurek says it's okay. Said that I should try to forget about it, stop thinking about it much. I don't know, I try. Sometimes I feel kind of normal, and then all I can see are those eyes looking out from the cave, and there's that feeling of knowing something is wrong. Total fear. Anyways, Karithus was a werewolf hunter, and he came here to hunt the Black Wolf. That's what we call Port Last's werewolf. Karithus wanted some help, so me and some friends volunteered. Bran, Geth, and Earth. We didn't think there was any real wolf anyways, and Karithus' coin was good. Together we began to hunt for the Black Wolf. We found wolf tracks and followed them to a cave. Karithus went in while we set up camp, just outside of Luskan, a cave in the hills east of the Green Griffin. Not long after we set up camp, Karithus came out, but as a werewolf. I was so scared I can still see his fear so clearly. He couldn't help but run. We all ran. I'm the only one that got away. The rest are probably beasts now too, or dead. Why did Karithus insist on going in alone? He was too worried about us, and he thought it was his duty. I don't think I could have gone in alone, or even with him. I don't think I could have ever gone back to that cave either. Or no, I already know which of the caves it is. I think I do. Yes. Do you know where the others might be? I mean, Earthbrand and Geth? I know places they like to go to before. I haven't been able to look yet. I want to, but I can't. Where would Earth be? Family might know. I want to ask them myself, but I'm too ashamed to speak to them. I don't know what happened to Earth, and I think they likely hate me. If you wanted to ask them about Earth, they live just to the south side of town. Just don't say anything about me. What about Bran? Bran liked the mysteriousness of Charwood. I wouldn't be surprised if he's there now. If I find him, tell him I said hello. I'm still thinking about him. Maybe you can tell me where to look for Geth? Geth was the one that talked me into doing this. He always dragged me out to the Neverwinter Wood, and we'd pretend we were heroes. Maybe he went there. What about Sir Karithus? Where would he be? I guess he could look at the werewolf's den. I don't really know. He wasn't from around here. Or he might have left for anywhere. Yeah. Nope, think we're good.
Alhelor, Port Last's only anti-lycanthropic merchant at your service. Come on, come all, defend yourself against the legend of the Black Wolf.
Anti-lycanthropic goods, eh? That what you sell here? Why, yes, the best that you'll find for slaying werewolves, such as the Black Wolf. The more werewolves that are slain, the closer we come to realizing their eradication. Why are you so dedicated to eradicating werewolves? Why shouldn't I be? Are they not destructive, unnatural beasts? Do they not corrupt human beings with their disease? This Black Wolf alone has been a terrible scourge to Port Last. Tell me what you know of this Black Wolf. Ah, now that is a story indeed. The Black Wolf is a legend in these parts. A powerful werewolf who's been around for many years, stealing children and slaying lone travelers. He is a legend no longer, however. Ander here is the sole survivor of a band of hunters, hunters who encountered the Black Wolf in the flesh and lost. How are you involved in all this? Well, I have no direct part of the tale, sir. I travel wherever tales of lycanthropes abound, hoping my goods will aid in their destruction. People here are quite worried about this Black Wolf naturally, so the anti-lycanthropic business has been good. Ander here has been very helpful. Can I buy some anti-lycanthropic goods from you? Mostly going to be like silver and anti-disease stuff, right?
Everything happens for a reason, it does.
Thanks so much
Armor,
for
dexterity, armor, dexterity. Those are relatively cheap. Armor of the Wolf. Use you? Ah, plus 5 AC versus shapeshifters or shape changers. Oh god. While tanned wolf hide does not offer the protection of the others, skilled artisans can infuse these suits with the animal spirit. Armor of the wolf is especially praised among the beast cults. Armor class 1. It's got plus 3 from that, and you can have up to an 8 dexterity bonus. So, you know, if you had a max dexterity of plus 8, that's not terrible. But mind you, let's see, that's got to be a 26 dexterity at minimum in order to fully benefit from this thing.
This will work out yet. Everything happens for a reason, it does.
Thanks so much for helping.
Woodcutter's axe. Craftsmen are constantly looking for more efficient ways to approach logging, but due to terrain and budget, the hands-on approach still gives the best results. To that end, these items were developed to make the individual lumberjack more effective, but some have gone on to see secondary service as weapons of war. A magic sweet spot can potentially fell a tree in one swing, and make short work of an opponent as well. Anti-shape changer weapon. Alright. Fire bolts, lightning bolts, ice bolts. Bunch of curing stuff. Ooh, natural armor amulets. Yeah, if there's anything that I would want to get, it'd be like a, well, natural armor is a little bit hard to get now that I have the amulet of the Red Tiger tribe, but you know what I mean. Ooh, belladonna.
Don't worry, young Ander, this will work out yet.
Rare herb that seems to have an adverse effect on werewolf creatures. The plant is used like a potion and will temporarily protect the user against shape changer attacks. Alright, I see merit in buying these. I kind of have this theory that this dude is actually kind of ripping people off, but I don't know. Like, he himself is actually also a werewolf. In which case he must die. I don't want to get this, but it'd be pointless. Pointless as long as I have the armor of comfort. But it would not be as pointless if I were to wear the other armor that I have. Oh, it makes this less pointless. Yes, I am still tossed beyond all reason about this thing. If I were to get some sort of belt or gloves or whatever to grant like +6 to my attack rolls with it, then sure. You have wild hair.
Greetings to you. It is rare we see new faces come to drink with us at the Alliance Inn.
Greetings, sir. My name is Darius. Alas, I am no sir, though you are kind to assume so, Darius. My name is Eliath Karlnober, although a simple Eliath will certainly do. At times like this, I do so wish I could return to Evermeet, where grace and courtly manners were the custom rather than the exception. Alas, that way is closed to me now. What is this Evermeet? Wait. Oh, I apparently have enough lore. Eliath Karlnober. I've heard that name before. Ah, yes, a smuggler and ruthless adventurer out of Waterdeep. Perhaps you've heard of my little encounter with the Knights of the Shield. It is of no matter. You heard tales only of the man I once was. I'm no longer he, even if you choose not to believe me. Oh, you have equipment I could purchase? It's true, I was once a merchant, an agent for the black market. However, I have long since retired from that possession. Right. You don't look like you're retired. Is that an insult? Not even sure, so I'll let it pass. However, to answer your question, I am retired. But you have to understand, there's retired and then there's retired. Truth is, I may have a few items left over from my heyday that I'll still looking to unload. Nothing much, but maybe you'll like to look. Okay. Belts of agility, dexterity bracers, mask of persuasion. That would only put me to about equal. Oh, greater mask of persuasion. There we go. A little bit better.
Don't worry, young Ander. This will work out yet. Everything happens for a reason, it does.
Thanks so much for helping me.
You'd really think. Oh, excuse me. You'd really think that they made it so as Alhalor and Ander would only repeat their lines so many times. I guess that's not the. Do I have any more potions of speed? I don't. You know what? I'll buy 2. You never know. Or Cure Serious. Once again, this has become another shopping episode. Apologize. You never know what you'll find when you go into a person's stuff to purchase stuff. Yeah, I would totally get the braces of dexterity, but eh. No real benefit to it right now at the moment. So, werewolves. 3.5 werewolves, if I remember correctly, had a damage reduction that was overcome by having a silver weapon. They also there was also this rather obscure S rule where you can ignore the damage reduction based on the pluses of your weapon. So like if it was a +1 weapon, it would ignore silver resistance. If it was like a +3 weapon, it would ignore resistances against cold iron. And if it was a +5, then it would bypass damage reduction that was only bypassed by adamantite. Which is funky? I say funky because personally I really like keeping the material being involved, because then, you know, it actually turns into something of importance, you know, somewhat lore wise anyways. That's a freaking polar bear. Dear game, why is polar bear? Thick white fur is a product of their northern climate. These graceful and powerful hunters are a rarity even in the natural habitat. Why is there a polar bear? Why was there a polar bear? Oh god, tell me, where are you going? Tell me. Oh, did... These are new zombies. Tyrant fog zombies? That is most definitely new. I came this way just because I wanted to hunt a werewolf, not because of zombies. Yeah, I gotta deal with these zombies at some point. Maybe after I deal with this werewolf. There's so many side quests, guys. It's kind of ridiculous. I think that might have been one of the reasons why I never really played that much into Neverwinter Nights, because I was like, oh hey, so many side quests, where do I begin? And then I just completely get overwhelmed and then just stop. Oh. Right, werewolves. Got dire wolves as buddies. Oh, balls. Alright. Excuse me. Oh my lord. Wolves. Ugh. So I can't... Yeah, but yeah, their damage resistances and whatnots. I think they don't include in this game. Which, kind of saddening, but at the same time, I can understand it. Besides, I got the freaking silver mains axe anyways, so... Naturally, it'd be made of silver, right? That's my logic. It's in the title, in the name. The silver mains axe. Critical! Critical! Hehe. I love rolling criticals. Feels so good. Alright. Oh. This area smells strongly of wolf, but has signs of human activity. Whatever lives here is not currently at home. Locked. Kinda hoping to at least nail down one of the...
It's done.
Where... That was a belt of some sort. I'm gonna be very cross if it ends up being some sort of super belt. Archer's belt. Alright. Damage resistance against piercing weapons. It's not too shabby, it's just, you know, not something I'm really looking forward to. Seems to be a fragment of someone's journal. The only words that can be made out are, I have hunted him for years, and with a simple bite he has turned me into the very thing I hate. Could not bear it if those boys remain werewolves. I shall go and try to discover what has happened to them. Until I find them, I will not return to this cave, this prison where I must pay for my mistake. The cave where this was found shows signs of recent human activity, where the writer seems to be vacated for the time being. Okay. So I won't find Sir Carrot something until I deal with the 3 other dudes that had been transformed into werewolves. Which means I gotta go to Neverwinter Woods and then the Char Woods. I mean, I'm planning to go to the Char Woods anyways. It's just... wasn't really planning to go there because of werewolves. I had like 5 other reasons to go there that I've just not yet delved into. Alright, so really quickly though, can't find Sir Carathis. Caratus? Sir Carrot until I find those 3. Or maybe I'll encounter him along the way. I don't know. But at the least for the now... Yeah, let's head to the south part of Port Last and see if we can't find the kids' parents. I forget the kids' names. There are 3 of them and they all... Excuse Excuse me, they all had pretty ridiculous sounding names. So, you'll have to pardon me. Excuse me. Alright, the south side of the town. Honestly, I don't know. If it was a ring or a gauntlet or something, I could totally see me bothering switching out to that belt of the archer. Which again, kind of funky that they made it that the belt of the archer or archer's belt is just piercing resistance. It's not like, oh, plus, well, because there is belts of archery and whatnot, but anyways,
No can do.
we'll see. Hello, puppy. Hello, sir.
I greet you.
If you're looking for our boy Earth, he ain't here. Yeah, I am looking for your boy Earth. I want to help him.
Hello.
Go away, we don't want you bringing trouble to this town. You heard the missus, now move on. Rude. Don't you go near those stairs. Oh, Earth, there's someone coming up. You look presentable, don't you, my boy? You know, woman, grab your weapon and pray we won't be needing it. Okay. Okay. Well, things are about to get bloody. Hi, Earth. First off, how hard is it work? Very difficult. Cool. I criticaled him. And that did... Okay, that only put him to so much, but yeah. Come on. Control yourself, boy. Huh. Tommy's not doing that bad against him. Come on, Earth. There we go. Don't hurt me anymore. The wolf spirit is gone.
Hi there.
Why have you come here? My parents told you to leave, didn't they? Did I also tell you how horrible this is? Can't you leave me alone? Who are you? My name is Earth, and I've been infected with lycanthropy. I'm hiding here, so no one else has to see this. I have some silver charms. Will you use one? Why not just kill me outright? Why ask me to do this? These are cures. They'll restore you. Yours? To be honest, I'd rather die than hope than without. Give me your charm. One down. It worked. I can feel it. Thank you so much. Here, take my ring and bring it to Nerik so he knows all is well. Now that this ordeal is over, I think I need a vacation. Long one. Farewell, and thank you. Cool. One down. Mom and Pa going to try to kill me?
I greet you.
You've done the three of us a fine favor, lad, and I'd like you to have something that's been in our family a while. A chest of 150 gold. It was part of my inheritance, but I've been too scared to spend it. Now's as good a time to be rid of it as any. I mean, honestly, probably gonna get rewarded from Nithrol. Was that his name? Nithrol? Regardless, probably gonna get rewarded from it in the first place, but that's more than enough. May the winds be ever at your back, my friend. I would have turned that down, honestly.
Hello.
Would have turned it down if I could have turned it down. But the only other options were, come on, you got more money, don't you? Which is, I mean, it's not necessarily evil, unless there's intimidations and threats of blood involved, but I mean, but hey, this means I only have the boy that's in Neverwinter Woods and the boy in Charwoods, and then I have Caratus. Have you returned after Carathis? I did have it. Okay. Speaking of the werewolves, actually had some success in finding the boys. Truly, I had little doubt that you would do. I had little doubt that you would do well. Oh, Port Lass is indeed lucky to have you. Out Earth. Praise be to Tyr. You have done very well indeed. We are all indebted to you for this. The boy's curse ended without the loss of an innocent life. Here's your reward, as promised. Yeah, see? Unfortunately, there are still the other children, and we must be found quickly. I will find them for you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and call an episode here. When we return, we are going to... I'm going to go to Charwood. Because that's where one of the boys is, that's where one of the remaining prisoners are, and that's where plot is going to inevitably take us, it seems. So, thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this adventure as much as I am, and as always, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.